This video is an overview of the Ghost Edge connector for the Glock 43. So let's take a look at this aftermarket trigger connector made by Ghost. It is called the Ghost Edge connector for the Glock 43. Now the packaging also says that it's good to use for the Glock 42. So I guess it works for both handguns. And it claims to be the lightest, smoothest pull available. First of all, let's make sure that our handgun is safe. Magazine out. Nothing in the chamber. We are good to go. The packaging from Ghost claims it is the lightest stage free drop-in trigger for the Glock 42 and the Glock 43s. It says here it's the lightest, smoothest pull available. Drop-in, direct replacement, only works for the Glock 42 and the Glock 43. They claim for perfect function, and again it says it's a lighter, smoother trigger with an unconditional guarantee. So I got this Ghost Edge connector from my local gun shop, and I paid around $25 for this, so it's pretty affordable. And I installed it myself. It was easy to install. It's a drop-in replacement. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to do it, so this video is not about the installation. It's just an overview and some thoughts on how the Ghost Edge connector performed for me. So the Ghost Edge connector is already in my handgun, and the original connector from Glock, the stock connector, is right here in the packaging because I saved it just in case I need to put this back on. So here's the original trigger connector, and the Ghost Edge connector is already in the handgun. And I have already taken my handgun to the range and tested it and fired it several hundred rounds, and the Ghost Edge connector, I can say, did a very good job. No hang-ups, no malfunctions whatsoever. So let's see how the trigger feels now with the Ghost Edge connector already installed. So what I've noticed is there's slightly less take-up compared to the original trigger, and then you hit that wall, and then you have a very short, crisp break. Let's do that again. So I feel like there's slightly less take-up, and then you hit that wall just a little bit longer, and then a short, crisp break. I like it. I like how it feels. I like it better than the stock trigger. Here we go. Less take-up, then you hit that definite wall, short, crisp break. Now let's take a look at the reset. There it is. It's audible, crisp, very audible, crisp. So I really like how this Ghost Edge connector performs with the Glock 43. Like I said, I've already taken this handgun out to the range, and from my experience in the range, it's significantly improved the trigger. It's a much smoother and lighter trigger, making the Glock 43 easier to keep on target and better follow-up shots for me as well. After the installation of the Ghost Edge connector, the trigger pull came down to about 4.5 pounds. Now the original trigger pull right out of the box for my Glock 43 was right around 6.5. Now it's at about 4.02 pounds, so that's about 2 pounds difference. So that's very substantial. That's very significant for me. So for me, paying $25 to make it a better even trigger, well worth the money. So to wrap things up, in my opinion, this Ghost Edge connector for the Glock 43 is a very good investment. Like I said, I paid around $25 for it, and based on my experience in the range, it has made my trigger pull lighter by about 2 pounds compared to the stock Glock trigger pull. It's also made my trigger smoother, making it easier to keep on target and better follow-up shots for me as well. It was easy to install, and it functioned perfectly for me in the range with no hang-ups and no malfunctions. So for me, if there's anyone wanting to upgrade the stock trigger connector for the Glock, this would be a great option. Once again, this is the Ghost Edge connector for the Glock 43. Thank you for watching ShotSpace. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.